from Sydney Rowing Club. Let's go back to the start, Stuart.
Yes, it's the Open Men's Quad Scull. The finals coming thick and fast here. Lane number 1, it's the Army Rowing Node India. Ujjwal Kumar Singh, Karamit Singh, Ajay Tyagi and Arvid Singh. Lane 2, it's the West Australian Surfers Paradise University of WA and ANU Composite. Hamish Harding, Ben Clayton, Jackson Free and Blake Wyatt. Lane 3, the locals, North-Est, Carl Breyer, Rowan Fenner, Mac Dickenberg and Jack Barrett. Lane 4, UTS, Kalen Routley, Jack Power, Oscar Baragi and Sam Green. Lane 5, West Australian, Swan River and UTS composite of Jack Cleary, Paddy Holt, Johnson Daubney and Alex Rossi. Lane 6, it's a WA, West Australian, Fremantle, University of WA composite of Aaron Denalden, Thomas Bias, Daniel Holding and Julian Viandia. And then Lane 7, Wendouree Ballarat, Melbourne University, Adelaide University Banks. It's the full licorice all sorts, James Meads, Hamish Allen, Joel Kane and William Gilbert. The second Army Rowing Node India crew of Jaspinder Singh, Balraj Panwar, Kulwinder Singh and Salman Khan in there. And it is the West Australian, well, there's 2 West Australian rowing composites. It's the crew, stroked by Alex Rossi in lane number 5, out in front of the second crew in lane number 2. And then the Army Rowing Node India crew in lane 8, sitting in 3rd.
So 2 WA Rowing Club composite crews leading the way here, 1 and 2, but I'm telling you, this Army Rowing Node, they have been really strong this week. I was just doing a cool down. They were all getting themselves prepared on the ergs for this race. And both crews on either side of the course. We're getting a look here at the lane 1 crew, Kumar Singh, Karamit Singh, Ajay Tyagi and Arvind Singh. And they're on this near side of the course. And I can tell you, yes, it is a breeze that is pretty much straight down the course, but I would say it's just pushing you across. I'm trying to remember exactly what I had to do at the start. It's just pushing you across to the far side, so towards lane 8.
And that would explain, we've seen a lot of crews sort of move over to that bow side of the lane, and generally when there has been steering issues, it's been out that way.
Yeah, so certainly I always think when the breeze is from sort of, you know, lane 1 across to lane 8, maybe lane 1 slightly a little bit more favourable, but to be honest, it's negligible. It is pretty much straight down the course. But when you are on the start, you do have to straighten the boat up a touch. And it is the crew in the middle of the course, WA Rowing Club composite, through the 1K and 3:23.85. The other WA Rowing Club composite crew, so that's West Australian Surfers Paradise Uni of WA and ANU. They are sitting in the silver medal position. Then the Army Rowing Node India, they're not far behind. They're sitting in 3rd. I love to say this, Stuart, but they're just sort of stalking the silver medalists, and I think 4.5 seconds. It does look a sizable gap, but they have a really strong finish, as we've touched on already. That is the crew. There's James Meads' crew, Hamish Allen from Adelaide Uni, Joel Kane from Melbourne Uni. You can see him there in the 3 seat. And William Gilbert in bow from Wendouree Ballarat. They're coached by Jamie McDonald and Nicholas Mitchell. Now, they're in 7th position. It is getting a little messy, you can see. There is not quite, well, they're white caps, Stuart, are we calling? Not quite, but it's pretty rough.
It's pretty rough out there. There were white caps a little bit earlier on when I was outside.
Because I got your message through about 5 minutes before my race, and I thought, fantastic, that's just what I needed to read before my race.
Not that it affected you, you're into the A final.
Well, you know, I always think Newcastle Harbour, white caps are something that happens regularly there, so that certainly helps.
Central Basin of Lake Burley Griffin, when the ferry's gone through there. That's always fun because it's the hard edges. But out in front at the moment, it is the West Australian NTC composite. We've got Paddy Holt in there, again, predominantly a sweeper. We saw him in the Eliminator really absolutely fly, finishing 2nd in the sprints in the sculls. Talking about sprinting in sculls, Army Rowing Node India, you've picked it there, Ben. They're sitting in 2nd place, I reckon, as they come through the 1500. I think that's not quite right. So they've got the Wendouree Ballarat composite sitting in 2nd.
Do you think it's 4.5? Are you thinking that's 4.5 seconds?
Oh, it could well be. It's a little bit over a boat length. It might even be out towards 2 boat lengths now, but certainly they've moved themselves into that silver medal position. And then the WA West Australian Rowing Club, Surfers Paradise University of WA and ANU composite sitting in 3rd place. So they're in there as well. So that's our 1, 2 and 3 at the moment. And then it looks to be a little bit of a gap back to North Esk sitting in 4th place. And then again to the UTS Haberfield crew in 5th. And then the second Army Rowing Node India crew in lane number 1. And then the Wendouree Ballarat Composite crew in lane number 7.
Yeah, so Army Rowing Node India, they're sitting comfortably now in that silver medal position. You just wonder in this last 200 metres, is it going to be a bridge too far, pulling back the advantage that the crew in the middle have got? They have a really strong finish, and they're certainly moving through the gears here, Army Rowing Node India. But they have mounted a very, very strong advantage. Cleary in that crew with Holt, Daubney and Rossi, coached by Luca Rossi, Phil Jurovic and George Zouris. So they are certainly looking nicely placed here to win the Open Men's Quadruple Scull Championship of Australia. Just a few strokes to go for the WA Rowing Club Composite, the NTC crew and Army Rowing Node India. Gee, they put up a brave fight. It's going to be about a boat length in the end, but it is the Aussie crew, WA Rowing Club Composite with the NTC. They win the Open Men's Quad Scull from Army Rowing Node India. And then the bronze medal will go the way of the other WA Rowing Club Composite. That's with ANU, Uni of WA Boat Club, Surfers Paradise, and also WA Rowing Club. And as I mentioned, Army Rowing Node India sing that crew